subscription market has thousands of board games at discounted prices. Click the direct link below for Pyramido or any other game. Hello my friends, today we are going to be building a pyramid from the ground floor all the way up to the top. We're going to be doing it with domino style tiles. Today we're taking a look at Pyramido, again a tile laying game with 3 dimensions, and we're going to show you how it plays. I'll see you on the other side. In Pyramido, you're going to be using these domino style tiles to build a pyramid from the bottom level up to the 4th level. That's sort of a 3-dimensional pyramid. Now again, these dominoes have 2 different parts to them. Sometimes they might be the same color, like this one, like this, but they're going to be different colors most of the time like this. As you place them in, you're going to be using these to mark that this is going to be a scoring area. So let's show you how this works. So here we have 4 different sort of quarries, and then we have the 3 things you can select from. You will select one of these, like this one for example, and then you'll place it. After you place it, this one came from one of the 2 quarries, so you get to decide which one comes down, then the next player selects, and so on and so forth. So in this case, I place this to start my pyramid, and if it has an icon on it, and I have a marker left, I will place it. This means that this section, this contiguous section I start to build around, will be the one that scores for blue. This will be the one that scores for brown. If I place one of these 2 colors that aren't connected to this, they're not going to score this round. Let's say next time it's my turn. Great, this one was still available. You don't have to match, but generally you're trying to. Because if the round ended right now, I'm going to get 1, 2, 3 points for blue and 1 for brown, because these are the ones that are marked that they're going to be scoring. Let's say for the next one, I got this domino, and I kind of plays like this. I started yellow. You're going to be building a 4x5 or a 5x4. Either way the rectangle goes. So let's show you what it might look like at the end of the first round. So let's say at the end of my first round, this is my 5x4 grid. This one's going to score 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Blue's going to score 1. This is going to score 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one's going to score 1. This one's going to score 1, 2, 3, 4. That is it for that. Now the smallest one that we've marked will score again. So this one is called the domino bonus, and so that gets me another single 1. So you are trying to build them up sort of evenly if you can. Then you're going to successfully do this in other rounds. You're going to pull these off, and you're going to start placing these on the new ones that you place on the 2nd level. Now when you place it, you're going to place it so that the corner goes into the middle of one of the other ones. So now you're basically making it higher like a pyramid. Now you might end up covering some things, but you might also be trying to still connect these, because I just put red. Now this red's going to score for the next round at the end, because it's all still connected looking straight down. So at the end of the round, red's going to score me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, because it all still touches. Light blue's just going to get me 1. Blue's going to get me 1. This is going to get me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This one's going to get me 2. This one gets me 2. And I score one of these twice for the bonus. That's sort of the 2nd level. In the 3rd level, we get even smaller. So in stage 3, at the end of the round, we have this green, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have the yellow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Red, 1, 2. This is the smallest one, we just go that again, and then you have 1 more level. Now in the last one, we got red, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But this one's not great, but there's these things called resurfacing cards that you get at the beginning of the game that you can use to help you. Now you get 3 of them, and between the 3, when you flip them over, you'll have 1 of each color. When you place this, and you can do this, well, we'll use these up once per game, each of these. So now I could have put the resurface card there, and now I'm also getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, for example. That's pretty much it. You still get the bonus as normal, and whoever's most at the end is the winner. All right, so Pyramido, this is kind of like a 3-dimensional Kingdomino feeling, where you've got these dominoes, you're trying to do it. Now you don't have to make them match like you do in Kingdomino, at least one side, but you typically are trying to do that because that's how you're gonna be scoring points and things like that. So it does have a feeling of that sort of Kingdomino. You're building a specific grid on each level that gets smaller and smaller. If you like Kingdomino, you're probably going to learn, if you like the spatial aspect of Kingdomino, you're gonna like this aspect, I think. It also feels similar to a game that came out 2 years ago called Acropolis. I think it was even one of the recommended games of Spiel des Jahres that year. Acropolis is another sort of 3-dimensional tile laying game that you're covering things that you don't want to cover, but you kind of have to. This has that feeling where you are covering things that you might not want to, and you've got to figure out, you've got to plan for the higher levels as to where those icons are. You kind of want them on the outsides of the tile, because then when you start to cover over them, they don't cover it as much, gives you more options. So if you liked Acropolis, this is one that you might also like. I like the flexibility of using the resurfacing tiles. This is huge. You get a tile, you're not always going to get the one you want because you've basically got 3 to choose from. there might not be a good choice for you, but one side might be really good, one side might be really killing you towards the top. Use the resurfacing tile to sort of get yourself out of jail free there. I like the flexibility of that and the amount that they gave you. 3 of them, each of them are double-sided, so you're giving up one color when you're playing another one. I like that. I like that there are different but balanced distributions of colors, like how many colored tiles there are, but how many icons there are on that color. That part also felt very Kingdomino-ish, where there's not a balance between how many tiles of a certain color there are as others, but how many scoring things there are between all of them. And it's just very interesting where the one that has, you know, a ton of tiles might not have a lot of scoring, but the one that has a lot of scoring doesn't have a lot of tiles, things like that. I like that. That's very Kingdomino-ish, and it works well here as well. I like that when you're working your way towards the top, the rulebook shows sort of an example where you can just, I didn't show it in the thing, so you could look at it in the rulebook, where you can force yourself to only have one color, and then basically you're doubling it for the bonus. I think that's sort of a clever thing. Overall, it's an enjoyable game. I think if you like Kingdomino, if you like Acropolis, if you like tile laying, if you like three-dimensional spatial things, tile drafting, you're probably going to like the game. If you don't like those things, this game's probably not for you. The negative side of things is when you're building a three-dimensional thing like this, sometimes seeing the future ramifications of what you're building now can be tricky until you've played the game a bunch. And even sometimes, like, my brain does not really see three-dimensional spatial things as well as, say, two-dimensional. So I have actually, even after multiple plays, I still have a little bit of a time seeing rounds ahead of what I might be blocking and where I might be doing things. It can be tricky sometimes to some people's brains like mine. This is mostly multiplayer solitaire. Other than drafting a tile someone else might want for that indirect interaction, there's really no other interaction in the game. That may be a positive or a negative for you, but it's there. And you might not be able to get any of your useful dominoes at the end. But, you know, there is the mitigation of those resurfacing tiles. So there is a way to mitigate this, but towards the end, I mean, you're putting one domino on the top one. If you don't have a good choice of 3, well, you've got a resurfacing tile that will help you. You better leave yourself one of those for mitigation, but there is a decent amount of luck here towards the end as well. It's not too bad though. Again, there is a way to mitigate that, but just want you to know that it does get like that towards the end. I've never found it to be too big a problem, but I just wanted to point out that that is there. So overall, I think you'll know if you like this from my review. Again, tile laying, Kingdomino-ish, Acropolis, building three-dimensional things. If you like that sort of thing, you're gonna like it. If not, there's thousands of other games to play. This has been the Game Boy Geek, breaking down barriers, growing relationships for board games, by helping you find the next one you love. Game Toppers upgrades every game you play, and if you missed their 4.0 Kickstarter, you can still late pledge and take advantage of over 40 unlocked stretch goals and early fulfillment. This campaign featured a new Young Sherlock table, perfect for children's gaming, and movable coffee table, 10 new thematic mats by top artists like Vincent Dutray, a new designer art series Minecraft topper with thematic art from Brent Woodside, and some of the best package deals they've had, including game mat bundles. Go to GameToppersLLC.com or click the link below to late pledge now.